While last week everyone's eyes was on the Ethereum merge, many have overlooked another huge crypto event that is happening this week. And drumroll please, we are talking about Cardano's Vasil upgrade, the upcoming upgrade of the Cardano blockchain. And after several delays in the past, this is really the biggest Cardano upgrade. And after several delays in the past, Cardano developers at IOHK have finally announced that the Cardano upgrade will roll out on 22nd of September. So let's get into it and talk about this upgrade. By the way, please like and subscribe this video. It will really help with the YouTube algorithm, and it will really help for me to get my face normal again. First, why the name Vasil? Vasil is named after one of the community members of the Cardano community, a guy called Vasil Dabov, and he was a chief blockchain advisor in an R&D company, and unfortunately, he passed away in December 2021. Coincidentally, September 22nd, the Vasil Upgrade Day, is also Bulgaria's Independence Day, and Vasil was a Bulgarian. Mr. Vasil was not only part of the Cardano community, but he also spent his life planting over 10,000 trees. So to honor him, the Cardano community decided to call this Cardano fork the Vasil Hard Fork. The Vasil upgrade was initially scheduled for June 2022, but it was already delayed twice, and this was one of the drivers why the price of Cardano dipped so much, which I hope it's a buy the dip opportunity anyway. And now there is no rollback. The Cardano upgrade is really going to happen on September 22nd. So what is this Vasil upgrade about? Vasil is the most significant Cardano upgrade so far, bringing increased network capacity and lower costs of transactions. The upgrade will also bring enhancements to Plutus to enable developers to create more powerful and efficient blockchain-based applications. This Vasil upgrade is not a soft fork, it's a hard fork, meaning that if some of the nodes don't agree with the fork, basically the network will split into two. It's just like you had on the Ethereum merge, right? Now you have two types of Ethereum. You have the normal Ethereum and you have ETH, which is represented by the miners that didn't agree to do the fork. What are these new Cardano changes? There are a number of Cardano improvement proposals, CIPs, including Vasil's upgrades, and the major and most important ones are the CIP 31, 32, and 33. And let's start with the CIP 31, reference inputs. This feature will enable accessing the information contained in an unspent output without the need to spend. This feature is going to solve a problem which is right now, just looking at the data itself requires spending, which increases the power demand. Additionally, the data often needs to be recreated during the process. Reference inputs solve this problem by allowing looking at reference inputs without to actually use the data. Then you have the CIP 32, inline datums. Inline datums allows data to be stored on-chain. This new feature will enable content of the datum to be stored directly on the output rather than putting a hash, which can now be easily read by other applications. Then finally we have the CIP 33, reference scripts. Reference scripts is probably the most mentioned feature of these Vasil upgrades. Right now, when the developers develop on Cardano, the code must be written in Haskell, a programming language, which is then converted into a script that the virtual machine of Cardano can read, which is called Plutus. Since Plutus scripts don't live on the blockchain, the scripts then need to be uploaded to the blockchain every time a transaction is made. Passing through the whole script into the transaction results in slowing power and the performance of the blockchain. These reference scripts solve this problem by attaching scripts directly to an output so that it can become part of the blockchain. Now transactions can just reference to that script instead of including the whole script, which brings faster and cheaper transactions due to less data needing to be carried. Now let's talk about money. How is Vasil going to impact ADA price? From a fundamental perspective, Vasil Hard Fork is going to improve the network performance and capabilities, faster and cheaper transactions, and will lead to more activity on the blockchain. Consequently, we should see an increase in more usage of the Cardano blockchain and more usage of ADA. Additionally, historically speaking, ADA has traditionally rallied leading up to the previous upgrades, the Shelly upgrade, Mary, and Alonso. So if eventually ADA has the same reaction as the previous forks, we may see a price increase after these upgrades. We cannot, of course, be sure about this, considering that the market, we are in a big bear market and the macroeconomics are not good, but this has the potential to bring some positive upside to Cardano. So let's keep an eye on Cardano. Slowly but steadily is the expression that I would use to describe the development of the Cardano ecosystem. So I will certainly keep an eye on Cardano, and maybe you should too. So let me know on the comment section what you think about Cardano, if it has any potential in the future or not. And finally, if you like this content, give it a like and subscribe. It will help with the YouTube algorithm. And as always, I'll see you tomorrow.